Hello, and welcome to my channel. So, in this Wendy Waeni and Joe Mwangi situation, the story has been unfolding ever since Wendy was on JKL on Wednesday, and today is Tuesday, almost a week later, and Joe Mwangi has actually decided to drop his receipts. Anyway, so he posted this long thread from 2 hours ago. Right now, it's 1:30. So yeah, and the thread has around how many 25 tweets. So he's like dropping. Anyway, the first thing this person goes ahead to mention is actually that Wendy Waeni's mom has been receiving some money. It's not a lot or whatever, but she has been receiving. So she did this. Joe Mwangi did not actually address where the money came from because he still insists that he was never paid for any Wendy Waeni's performances. So we are assuming that the small money that Wendy Waeni and her mom have received have been coming from his personal pocket. Hard to believe, but that's the tea we are being fed by the guys, so we are taking it. Anyway, so when Wendy went to Rwanda, apparently they were given 500,000, and then Wendy's mom gave Joe Mwangi 100,000 as like fee for being the manager or whatever. Yeah, and other things started. So what Joe Mwangi says that the reason why this whole story started is because apparently when they were like on holiday in Diani in April, he went through Wendy's phone and found out things that he did not want to share. If you can believe that. I saw this and that and that. Anyway, so what he saw was actually a conversation between Wendy and we're assuming her boyfriend, and it was like, cheeky. They tried it. They tried something. Anyway, so there's that conversation, and apparently there was some web search screenshots that he took from Wendy's phone, and you know what? They were about porn. Apparently, a teenage girl searched some porn. Okay, so kitu yenye mi inanishtua with these searches, it's when there are some about daddy and stepdad and sijui small girl, sijui young sexy teens. Hapo penye I'm seeing schoolgirl and daddy and stepdad, I'm just that's where I'm sad for her, because she doesn't have a daddy figure, and it's going to mess up with her sex. And ukiona hizi searches unaona tu yenyewe it is messing up with it already. That's why I'm sad. But for the whole point of just searching for porn, as in, see, she's a teenager. Kwani unataka afanye nini? Like, her body is changing, her mind is changing. She is curious. Please let her be. Let her search for her stuff. Anyway, like, anaweza kuwa guided so that she doesn't take it too far, she's not sleeping around, all of that. But so you can give her some guiding and counseling, but it's not a big deal for a teenager to be searching these things. Please, tusikizane. Anyway, so apparently that's the whole point that has led us to here, because now Wendy started asking for her phone, and then Joe says that Wendy's mom is cannot deal with her. Apparently she's like rude and all of that. Siamini. But anyway, so when Wendy is asking for her phone, etc., and then Joe anakata kumrudishia, so Wendy's mom decided to ask Joe to return the phone. Joe hataki, so even Joe went to like an MP. Can you imagine? Can you imagine MP when you like anaambiwa like, so Honorable Mr. MP, Wendy here has been searching porn. Do I return the phone? Okay, you parents who have teenagers, what do you do? Because your teenagers are searching for this stuff. Be prepared. Will you text your MP to deal with your son? Because Joe actually amejieka kwa situation like anataka kukua dad Wendy, now instead of dealing with this girl is now a teenager. Yes, you met her when she was a kid, but she is growing, she is changing. Okay, so deal with that instead ya kumnyang'anya simu and bado mwili yake ina change na kwa dole, like what the fuck. Anyway, so Joe refused, so the dude did not return the phone, and that's why I guess Wendy started hanging out with this new manager and her sister or whatever, and Joe anasemati apparently he did not like them hanging out. He has refused to say what transpired between Wendy and this new manager and the other sister, but it sounds bad. They're saying that I cannot even tell you what happened because we had to go and meet with Wendy's principal and a class teacher and Wendy's mom and other teachers, and they decided that Wendy should not mingle with they decided that Wendy should not mingle with the other with the with this other, okay, ndio hawa sasa, it's these two women. This other woman, the sister, looks like a kid, so hata sijui kwa nini anawekwa hapo ati. Anyway, so it was decided that Wendy should not mingle with her by the principal, because whatever happened when Wendy was staying with this Rukia is so huge, it cannot be said, even though tumeambiwa kuna pond and the pond was so huge. Anyway, we don't know what happened. Anyway, so that's what happened. Actually, the whole thing is that Joemwangi fell out with Wendy because Joe took Wendy's phone and Wendy did not like it. Anyway, that having been said, apparently Wendy's mom is a drunkard and she must have drunk all the 500,000 that, okay, let's 400,000 that the president of Rwanda gave her, and she drank another 100,000 that Joemwangi gave her for Wendy's school fees. So Joe actually writes here that he has been paying Wendy's school fees, and like kabisa kuna screenshots for M-Pesa, even though yesterday at Chipukizi he had said that he called His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, and Uhuru Kenyatta directed Matiang'i to pay Wendy's school fees for the whole year. So I don't know why after Matiang'i had paid the school fees, he had to go again and pay the school fees again. I don't know. But, oh well, there are screenshots and those are receipts. Yeah. We have a screenshot of when Wendy went to Germany and it wasn't with him. And then there's a thing where Wendy's mom says that they actually received money, but it was kidogo money. So he says that alikuwa anapea from his pocket because apparently all Wendy did was for exposure. So that's the story. And as for me, all this exposure in amefanya is not even worth it, because he was just exposing Wendy to be an adolescent who is curious, who wants to be comfortable with her fame, na hajasema kweli kama watu walikuwa kimlipa. So for now, I guess the other third party story that we can wait to hear from is if anybody has ever paid Wendy through Joe. So atuambie like, kuna siku yenye mimi nililipa Wendy like a milli. Can they trace the milli? But before that is done, yenyewe, I guess maybe Joe was not just a good manager and he let Wendy do stuff for exposure, and then